here back with another video for you guys. I have to apologize if this video is a tad bit late. I have been under the weather lately, so please bear with me. So if you've been in the situation where you have completely ruined your diet for the day, you've eaten an item that you were not supposed to eat, and maybe decided to just call it quits for the whole day. I mean, the day's already ruined, right? So if you've been there like I have, this video will be super important for you. Today we're going to be talking about a few do's and don'ts of what to do after you have messed up on your diet. Okay, so first thing is, don't feel bad, all right? It's okay, it's all right. We have all been there, and if you haven't been there, then you've never dieted before and you don't know the struggle, all right? The first thing that I always like to do the day after a weekend full of disaster, or who knows, maybe a whole week, is have a cup of warm lemon water in the morning. This is something that I've actually discussed in one of my previous videos. It just seems to get things cleared out and moving, if you know what I mean. I prefer to drink mine warm. You can probably just drink it room temp, cold, however you prefer it, but I do prefer mine warm, and I add a little bit of honey in it to sweeten it up a little bit. It's like a nice little morning lemonade for me. Now, this is actually a tip that I got from one of my sisters in Christ. Thank you, Bridget. But if by chance you really overdid it and your stomach is not feeling good, maybe a little queasy, a little whatever the case, not good, then you could also add in some minced ginger with it. Maybe get rid of the lemon and just keep the minced ginger and just do that. If you're depending on how your tummy is, okay? Really, it's up to you. You can add a little bit of minced ginger in there, and that will help to settle your tummy. The lemon, it just always helps me to kind of just flush things out and get my system moving for the morning. Okay, so to add another tip under the do department. Okay, so this has to do with meal prepping. Now, I will be totally transparent and let you know that I am not big on meal prepping. It's at least not the way that it's typically done. Tried it many times, and every time, by the time I get to day number 3, I'm over it. I'm over whatever I fixed for the week or for even several days. Okay, so I just end up wasting food. So I don't do it that way that you probably could search on YouTube and find endless videos for. I will actually prep in a way of just making big batches of my staple items. So for example, my staple items are beans and rice. Love beans and rice. And so I will make a big batch of those, let's just say on Sunday or maybe one day in the middle of the week. But what I will do, I will have the beans and the rice made up, okay, to grab throughout the week. But during the week, I can use that, and let's just say, for example, chicken. Let's just say some grilled chicken or chicken breast or whatever it is that, maybe you cook up, right? And with that item, I can now make different things throughout the week, like tacos, burgers or sandwiches, stir fry, fried rice, fajitas, burrito bowls. I always like to keep some sort of fresh veggies in the fridge. That way, throughout the week, sometimes I just like to eat them raw, whether it's broccoli or carrots, cucumbers, kale, spinach, lettuce, tomatoes, stuff like that, I'll have so that I can use it for different things. Sometimes it's just like, using it to make a salad or using it to, chop up and dip in some, one of my favorite ranch dressings, or just dip it with some hummus or something like that. And then I will also keep some frozen veggies, such as like kale or spinach, to throw into my smoothies. And then I will also have some veggies that I will cook throughout the week. So, I might and so when I prep my beans and rice or whatever it is I'm prepping, I will go ahead and just cook these, right? Unless it's something I can warm up quickly during the week, but maybe it's like some kale again, or some. Oh, I actually found this collard green mix, or not even a mix. It was just collard greens actually, but just like cut up and already washed and prepped and everything. So all you have to do, like, just throw them in the pot. If you guys find these in your store, I would say grab them. If you love collard greens, I do. And usually, I'm only having them during the holiday. So I saw this and I definitely grabbed it, found them at Walmart. But anyway, things such as like, green beans, mixed veggies, cabbage, sweet corn, sweet potatoes, all that type of stuff. And I will steam them or boil or saute, however I choose to cook them, or however you like them best, right? That's pretty much what I do. So I'll have my staple items, and then I just have my veggies on the side, fresh and frozen, that I can use for different things throughout the week. I was speaking with a friend this week, and she brought up a great point, and so I wanted to mention this as well, because I honestly totally forgot about this service, and we were talking about it, and she was saying that, she's just so busy. She has a really, really busy schedule. So she eats out a lot. So I would say to that, if you're someone who is fighting, trying not to eat out so much, then it may even benefit you more to look into a service like a meal prep or something type of thing. I have tried one that's actually local to here anyway. I don't know if this is anywhere else, to be honest, but maybe I'll figure that out by the time I post this video. But anyway, but this one is called Clean Eats. And the way I figure, to be honest, if you're going to if you're eating out all the time, then in my opinion, if you have the option to do a meal prep service, it could be about the same, money wise, honestly, maybe a little bit more, but it will be more beneficial to your waistline, and it will absolutely, definitely be more beneficial to your health, unless you're eating salads at these fast food places all the time, which I highly doubt. Yeah, so this one's called Clean Eats. They actually have delivery services, it looks like, available through some third-party services here. It's like Grubhub, stuff like that. But they also, looks like now they actually do a ship service. So it looks like they can actually ship it to you if they don't have a location that's near you. I'm not sure if there's any limitations on that. So yeah, that's an option as well. The meal prep service is not something too far out of your budget or whatever. Again, if you're eating out a lot, several times a week or whatever, then, obviously you're spending probably a good amount of money doing that as well anyway. So, maybe just kind of see how much more it would cost, or maybe not. Maybe it actually saves you money. Who knows? Okay, so the one big thing I consider anyway that I have under the don't department, please don't do. I've done it plenty of times. It doesn't work. Okay. Do not do some sort of starvation diet or any sort of starvation days after, messing up on your diet. It does happen, okay? But what you don't want to do is continue to set yourself up for failure and start trying to completely starve yourself, and then feel like, put yourself in the position pretty much where you're so hungry that now all you want to do is eat everything that you were just feeling bad about eating in the first place. So it is okay to skip a meal. Like, let's just say, for example, if your stomach is really not feeling great that morning, don't have to force yourself to eat. You can skip the meal as long as you already have your healthy meals already prepped up and planned out, then it's all right. It's just one of the things that I've learned to do anyway now. I'm more intuitive about my eating and listening to my body and not deciding that, oh, it's breakfast, I gotta have breakfast. Oh, it's lunch, I gotta have lunch. It's dinner, I gotta have dinner. I gotta have whatever when my body says it needs it. And that just seems to work a whole lot better for me. So, for example, you just completely overdone it the night before. The next day you have your warm lemon water, whatever, in the morning, and you're like, honestly, I'm good. I don't need anything for breakfast. I'm good. You already have your meals planned out. So when you do get hungry, when you are ready for lunch or the next meal, you already have something healthy, like the hard parts, most of it's been done. So really you can kind of just go in there and throw some stuff together and have you a good, healthy meal, and you're not forcing yourself to eat. That's not starving yourself. That's just listening to your body. Either way, you're not going to make up for the days that you went overboard in one meal or one day. Honestly, maintaining a healthy diet is more about the little things that you do in the long run over time on a consistent basis, not, the one big mess up or the one time that you had that candy bar, or the one time that you ate one healthy meal, it just isn't. So it's really more about the consistency over the long run. So do not feel discouraged. Keep at it. Honestly, I really like to think of eating healthy as more of a way of life and not a diet. When I think of it as a diet, it feels so restricting. It feels so immediately, I feel as if I'm missing out on something. And that immediately puts my mind into deprivation and starvation mode or something, right? I'm missing out on something. Okay, I'm on this diet now. Life is no longer as exciting. So, so I don't like to think about it in that way. All right, so before I continue to ramble on and make this video much longer than it has to be, I'm going to cut it here. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you got something out of it. I am on a mission to empower 500 women just like me who are looking to regain their health again, and whether that be mentally, physically, or spiritually, I do feel it is all connected. It all works together. So if any of this sounds good to you and this is the first time you're seeing me, please subscribe and like the video and share it with anyone you think that will be able to benefit as well. If you are not new, welcome back. And I'm so glad to have you here on this journey with me. And until next time, ladies, I will see you in the next video. All right. Hope that came out right. Or just feel like a goofball this week. Anyway, I'm trying not to be a goofball this video, but this is a wrong week to try not to do that. Lord, I just feel like my brain is foggier than I thought it would be. Lord Jesus.